I got something. Because it seems to be like the last year and a half, there's been all this talk about these Hollywood parties.
Let's talk about it.
Amber, what's really going on?
I don't know.
You ain't never been invited to these Hollywood parties?
I've been to probably everyone. I've been to every Puff party. I've been to every white party since 2009. I've been to every party, and
you go in the right room, not the wrong room.
I don't think there's rooms, Chad. I'm gonna be honest. Now, look, I'm gonna be very, very transparent on the show. If these freak-offs are happening, it's on a completely different day than the actual Puff parties.
Okay.
It's not that day because every time I was there, Puff was there the whole time. You know, he got the Ciroc. He's on the DJ booth. He's the host of the party. Mm-hmm. I will say that. Now, I've had this conversation with Ray J. Ray J's one of my best friends. Mm-hmm. I said, Ray, did they ever invite you to a freak off? Because they never invited me. Mm-hmm. And I done been at these parties. I just feel like, why ain't get the invite?
Because they know you don't get down like that.
Maybe they know I don't get down like that. Okay, cool. But you would think maybe an assistant would come up and be like, hey, you like girls? Or like, you know, you into... Never. No one ever asked me that. They never asked Ray J either. And me and Ray J was talking about it. We were like, I done been to the party, the after party, the after party. I never seen none of that stuff. Right. But that's not to say that it does not happen or invalidate people that... But I do think it's a different day that I'm just not invited to. I don't know.
You think it's a plot because we saw it happen with Russell Simmons. Now we see it happen with P. Diddy. You think it is a plot or a ploy to take down prominent, high-powered black men?
I don't know. It really depends on the evidence, right? Because they did say that there were drugs in the baby oil. I don't know. That's allegedly.
Is that true? You think that Puff had 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know because the internet is fake, like we said earlier. Right. You just don't know.
Right.
But if that is in fact true, then that is a problem. One thing I do know about Puff is that he's an abuser. You know, he abused Cassie. We all saw the video.
Right.
It is not okay. Mm-hmm. And but as far as the freak-offs, I don't know about that.
Did you have, when I say relationship, I don't mean intimate relationship, but did you have a relationship with Puff Daddy where you cool? Did you talk? Did you know him? Things like that?
I would say that we didn't talk on the phone and we didn't hang out, but I was always invited to the party. Okay. And that's the extent of our friendship.
Okay. Now, is it true that you were at the Halloween party that Puff's sons and Ray J got into it?
I was, yes. I was right there.
What happened?
They just pressed Ray J and they were just like, stop talking about my dad. And then Ray J said what he said, like something like, I know your dad better than you know your dad or something like that. And then it just got ugly for a second. Yeah, because I'm cool with Christian and Justin and Quincy, but then I also love Ray J and he's like my brother. And I'm just like, guys, please just stop. It's not worth it. Y'all don't want to do this. Right. Like, so it, you know, and I told Ray J, I said, look, that's their dad. What do you expect them to do? Right. Like, of course they're going to stand up for their dad. You know what I mean? Like,
and rightfully so.
Right.
But it's reported that Breezy, Chris Brown, was the peacemaker. Is that true?
I think I was the peacemaker.
That was you.
I think, well, from what I remember, I was going to both sides and like, y'all don't need to do this. But maybe Chris came down at some point. Right. It was in the garage. I'm not sure.
What have you learned about fame?
Oh.
Because you've had more than 15 minutes. You've had two decades of it.
Yeah, it's going on 16 years. Mm-hmm. What have I learned about fame? That half of these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing. All the publicists, all the fake-ass managers, all the business managers, and they all manipulate all of us into thinking that they have all the answers when we ourselves have the answers. As the entertainers or the socialites or the famous people, we got here because of us.
Before a manager, before
Yes.
a publicist.
Yes, yes. And some people just have that it factor, you know? But it's funny because very early on, you get the publicist, you get the manager, and they tell you like, oh, you know, if you want to make money now, you got to twerk. You got to sell sex on the podcast. You got to just say that you girls and guys. And you eventually start to lose yourself in this fake entertainment world because they're intimidating you every day that you're going to lose it all if you do not do what they tell you to do. Instead of standing 10 toes down, but that intimidation changes you as a person.
Is fame a drug? Because I believe it is. I believe it's suffocating. I believe it can be intoxicating. And once you become hooked on it, you'll do anything to keep it.
Maybe for some people, not for me. I don't give a shit about being famous.
You famous now. You can't be unfamous.
You cannot be unfamous. No, you can't be unfamous. But yeah, I don't actively do things to, you know.
To be in the public spotlight, to say, look at Amber Rose, look at what she's doing, look at what she's wearing.
I'm really quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really quiet with my shit. So, yeah.
Money. What have you learned about money?
Oh, Lord. Just save. Save. I remember I spent my first $1 million and I gagged because I was like,
what did you spend it on?
Going to Miami, Fontainebleau, partying, bottles, outfits, clothes, shoes, dumb shit, just a bunch of dumb shit. And then I was like, then I got a business manager, like, you need to pay taxes. And I'm like, what? So then I was like in the hole. It was like very early in my career, but I didn't do that again. I definitely did not do that again.
What's your best and worst purchases?
My best and worst purchases, you know, when I had new money, I had like 7 cars for no reason.
What the?
And now I have 2 cars. So, yeah, I don't live the same way anymore. I'm more, I save now and I think about things before I buy them.
Right.
I'm definitely going to take this dress back and like, I'm going to exchange it for another dress when I have another interview. So.
Let us know so we can make sure you take it back before we air this interview.
Yo, listen, I put the little receipt in my drawer next to the bed. I'm taking this shit right back.
Lord have mercy. What's the number one thing that you've learned in the entertainment business?
No one genuinely likes you. They just use you for what they need you for.
Really?
It's not real life, no.
You really believe that, Amber?
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Yeah. No one genuinely cares. Like, at your
It's all transactional, huh?
Yeah, at your lowest point, that they don't give a. It's like, when are you going to get better so we can get you to do what we want you to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could go back and do anything differently, what would you do?
Being famous?
Yeah, if you can go back and do anything in your life, if you go back, if I say, Amber, you know what, I'm going to give you an opportunity to go back. You can get the time machine and you can go back and you can get a do-over. What would you do?
That's such a hard question, Shannon.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before 2 something.